I think I'm just going to start at the end. I'm a little concerned that we in the Black community are finding ourselves a little flat-footed and unprepared for what is happening to us this day at this point in time. The doing away with DEI, all the anti-Blackness from just about every community. Because what we do know is that anti-Blackness doesn't have to be white. I think it's been in our faces for decades from white people. And what they would do in a time and space where, when they were once held accountable for anti-Blackness and white supremacy, Jim Crow 2.0, as Reverend Al has coined it, Trump Crow, as Reese Colbert has coined it, it's the natural response to what white supremacy and anti-Blackness would do when the veil has just been torn. And they can just be as racist and anti-Black and as they've always been, as we've always thought they were, as we've always believed that they were, When probably 1.5 million Black people have been displaced from corporate spaces, 700,000 to 800,000 Black women have been put out of work, 500,000 to 600,000 Black men have been displaced. And the folks still in Black corporate America are oddly quiet about what's going on. That is a crisis that we are completely not prepared for, and we seem to be flat-footed about what to do about it. It's either that or we simply don't care. Those with money, power, and influence and access don't seem to be doing anything to help change that situation. Flat-footed and completely unprepared for what is happening and what is to come. I don't think that we think that it can't get worse. We are the ones who can't get access to business loans, home loans, grants to build and rebuild our communities. And if we do, we can't call them that because the Ed Blums of the world will take our entities to the Supreme Court and have it shut down. Yet the urgency of what we are sitting in and the work that is to be done seems to be lost on our community. Maybe not. Maybe I might be wrong here. I would just ask, what are we going to do about this? Going back to the things that once were in America is not going to be doable, nor should we want to even go back to those things. We are just starting once again from a broken foundation if we do. That does not, nor never has centered the needs of Black people who were 400 years enslaved and now about to be a good 150 years still running the race from a different track. Having all the land, wealth, and riches in the world is not going to mean a damn thing in this world that they are reinventing for Black folks, for Black Americans. This shit is just not going to save us at this point in time. What are we going to do about saving ourselves? Building community. Preparing to leave the country if one has to do so. People don't want to hear that. They don't want to believe that some of us might have to be prepared to do just that. But what if that is your only option for your own safety and well-being? What is your underground railroad? What's your track? They're fine with you if you are here picking their cotton and their sugar, but anything else, no, they don't want you for that. So this might be considered to some a little conspiratorial. I am saying that maybe we need to be putting down some of these housewife shows and really picking up on our government and what the government is doing to us and understanding how the government actually works so that, maybe we can be prepared for what is clearly to come because they are clearly centering us. They are clearly centered. If nothing more, last week's VRA Section 2 ruling should tell us everything that we need to know. Maybe we should be this is maybe the time. I don't think we are enraged enough about what we see happening. I was on several calls last week. People are fired up, ready to go, but I just don't see enough of us enraged. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Just a thought. I just had thoughts. Maybe it's time to like really lock in to some of these organizations that we once thought were no longer necessary, to figure out what is our move, what is our plan, what's our steps moving forward. And maybe we don't need to be sharing what those steps, moves, and plans are on these devices. Just a thought.